Hey everybody, it's Panfish Guy. I've been hiding out for a little bit last couple of weeks, but thought I wanted to share something with you. We got a camping trip coming up this weekend, and as part of our camping trip every year, I usually do a big fish fry to kind of share the spoils of my recreation with some of my fellow campers. So. It's going to be a little bit smaller, low-key gathering this year, but we are going to have a few people show up. So I'm getting prepped to get my fish fry on. Got a special recipe I'm going to try out this year. Young lady that I work with at the old insurance factory shared a recipe with me for what she calls a fish wash. And she lives down in South Florida, and apparently they do a big family get-together fishing trip every year. And they make up this fish wash. Basically, it's like a marinade type thing that they soak their fish in before they fry it, and they have a big fish fry at the end of the day. So it sounded really intriguing to me, and I've seen a lot of variations of people cooking fish with like hot sauce and some other stuff, and mustard. I've used mustard on occasion, usually on catfish, but I thought I'd use my fellow campers as guinea pigs on this recipe and see if we couldn't try something new this year. So I'm only making half of my fish with it, so. The rest of it's going to be my regular recipe. So this topic on Facebook or YouTube, I noted that a lot of the things you see regarding fish wash on YouTube are really, I don't know how to describe it, but it's almost like, they say, hey, here's a good way to de-stink your fish before you cook them. Well, my fish don't really stink. But this is more of a seasoning thing than it is an actual de-stinking the fish. It's just and I think it's gonna turn out great. I am missing one key ingredient that she gave me, and apparently that's not a thing around this part of the country unless you go out and buy it on Amazon. So next time around I'll have it. But that ingredient is. Anyway, so I'm going to mix up a batch of it, and I got a batch of fish right here. Put that in the bag with the fish and mush it around and kind of let it marinate overnight in the fridge. And then once we get to our campsite tomorrow, we're gonna cook them up once all of our parties show up. So anyway, here's our list of ingredients. Hot sauce, any variety will do. Next, mustard. You could use any kind of mustard. The recipes I've used with mustard before, it's more of a binding agent than actual giving it a flavor. Next is lemon. Next, Old Bay seasoning. So we're going to put a little bit, about a teaspoon of Old Bay. This is the powdered seasoning. A little bit of apple cider vinegar. Cayenne pepper. So again, not a whole bunch. I'm going to put the phone down and we're going to start mixing some of this up. Okay, what are we going to start with? We're going to start with the mustard. Since I think mustard's kind of the binding agent, we're going to start with that as kind of our base. And we're just going to mix up enough to. Oh, of course, I forgot to say, we got our lovely crappie fillets here too. But basically, we're just going to mix up enough to kind of. We're not going to fill up this whole bag full of stuff. We're just going to mix up enough to kind of get in, mix into the fish and then let it kind of marinate, do its thing overnight tonight. So mustard. I don't know, maybe a cup. And we'll do a little lemon juice. Boy, that's bitter. That stuff goes all over the place. Let's try that again. All right. So we got a little bit of lemon, a little bit of mustard. Can't be all bad, right? Hot sauce. Oh, maybe quarter cup. Put maybe a half cup of mustard, quarter cup of hot sauce, and I'm just gonna say a dash of apple cider vinegar, couple dashes of lemon. Again, this is all, we're playing this by ear. Cayenne pepper. Can you ever have too much cayenne pepper in anything, guys? I don't think so. And a little bit of Old Bay seasoning. Anybody that uses this knows that this stuff can be a little overpowering, so you don't want to get crazy with this. So it's good stuff, but a few shakes of that ought to be plenty. So all right, we're gonna mix it up, and might have to add a little bit to, I don't want it really a mustard consistency. And it's mixed down pretty good. So this is kind of like a real thin paste now. So I'm just going to kind of slowly pour this in here. I'm going to get it all over my hands. It's going to be a little messy, but just want to make sure all this fish gets something on it. Getting it all over the place. Alright, we got her all sealed up there. This is going back in the fridge overnight. We'll see you at the fryer tomorrow night. Okay, we made it out to the fryer, guys, finally. You know, I filmed that first segment of this back in August of this year, and I kind of failed on the actual fryer part, but by all accounts it was good. I just didn't bother to get my cameras out to try it. So we're gonna reboot this, and we're gonna go ahead and fry us up a batch tonight. So same recipe as before, except for I added one special item that I found on Amazon. Scotch bonnet pepper hot sauce from Eaton's. And so I've added that. I've actually tried it once before and at my fish fry a while back, and it was all good. Everybody loved it. So we've added that to the mix here. So, and I put that in a little earlier this afternoon and been kind of letting it marinate a little bit. And we're going to throw them down here in the fryer here in a few minutes. I got my favorite fish fry breading here. Golden fry, Nona Bell's golden fry. So we're going to bread up our special recipe. Needs to be a little messier. So see, I got most of the excess. I don't want a bunch of excess liquid on there, but they're still pretty moist. So when they hit that breading, they're just going to pick that stuff right up. Special stuff going in. I don't even know what to call this. The recipe is fish wash. All right, more breading action. Probably better than looking at my elbow. This here with the marinade on it is, you know, gives it more of a thicker coating, so it actually gives a little bit of crisp on the outside. but it's not like a beer batter type thing either. So, but it fries up with the extra stuff on it. It fries up a little darker in the fryer, but it gets good and crispy too. So the ones in the top left corner are the special recipe. The ones at the bottom, you see they're a little bit darker and they look like they got a little bit more coating caked on them. Where the ones toward the bottom of your screen here are the regular fillets. And they're all delicious. All right, boys and girls, we're back from the fryer. And here's our finished product. This is our moment of truth. We're going to try them out and see how they taste. With the extra breading and everything on there, the coating and the breading on top of it, it kind of gives it a little extra crisp on the outside. They're about to go down. So that's some good stuff. It doesn't taste a whole lot different than what I normally make, with the exception of it's got, like I said, it's got a little bit more crisp on the outside. And I'll rip this one open and show you here. Look how nice and white and flaky that is there. You get just a hint of lemon, just a hint of the Old Bay and the other seasonings. Really can't taste the mustard whatsoever, and a little bit of a hint of the Scotch bonnet pepper sauce. I would highly recommend this. And anybody I've served this to since I started making it, the few occasions I've made it, have said the same. Really good stuff. Crappie fillets in general are wonderful, fried with just cornmeal, but this just kind of kicks it up just a notch. I want to give props to Miss Cathy, who shared this recipe with me. I'm glad she shared it with me, but I want to just give her a big shout out. Cathy, this is awesome stuff. So anyway, if you liked the video, please give me a thumbs up. It helps the channel out quite a bit, and hope to see you next time around. Please like and share. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Hey everybody, don't forget to check out our friends at my724outdoors.com on the web and Facebook. And check out my Facebook and Instagram pages. Also coming soon, panfishguy.com. You can now also follow me at panfishg on Twitter. Hey, knock it off.